It's championship week, college basketball on ESPN, and tonight the Mountaineers and the Warhawks meeting for the third time this season on campus at the University of Louisiana at Monroe. Picture perfect Tuesday afternoon and evening in Monroe, Louisiana. These two teams played on this very same court just 12 days ago. This is Sun Belt Conference basketball. It's the first round of the 2019 Sun Belt Tournament Championship, where the number 10 seed Appalachian State will take on the 7 seed ULM Warhawks for the third time this season. Welcome inside Fenton Ewing Coliseum. Graham Doty joined by the Hall of Fame coach Mike Vining. Happy to be with you tonight. All right, coach, so round 3 between these two teams. What's it like when you play a team for the third time in a season?
Well, it's always tough because both teams know each other. They know the personnel. They know how they want to play. They know how they're going to play. And it's going to be especially interesting tonight because they've split. Both games were very close. ULM lost by 1. App State lost by 6 here.
Right.
And of all the losses that both teams had, most of them have been decided by less than 7 points.
Let's take a look at tonight's key players. First for Appalachian State, that man, Rashad Shabazz, put on a clinic last time he played just 12 days ago on the same court. 47 points, the most points scored by any player in the league this season.
He was unstoppable. You know, he had 10 threes, 17 field goals, and he just went off. I mean, but he's the second leading scorer in their history. He's got over 2,056 points. He's close to possibly being the number 1 scorer if they advance on in the tournament.
Key player for ULM, Deshaun Smith. It was announced earlier this week. First team on conference selection. What a player he is.
He is. He's also all Region 7 first team, and he's just a tremendous player. Newcomer of the year. He's a leading free throw shooter, field goal percentage shooter, scorer. He's just an all-around athlete. He takes it to the goal. He can pull up and shoot the 3. He does a lot of rebounding also for his size.
How do these two teams match up? Let's take a look at how these two teams compare. And, Coach, when you look at the numbers, what stands out to you?
Well, offensively, they score a lot of points. You know, that's important. Field goal percentage, ULM is a little bit higher there. Free throws, ULM's leading the conference in in the free throws. Rebounding, they're close. App is a little bit ahead of them. Steals, they're about the same. But the points is the big thing. You know, they're going to have to score points. Both of them know they've got to score points to win.
So tonight we'll open the Sun Belt Tournament Championship, and here is a look at the bracket so far. So first round tonight, higher seed is hosting, as you see, ULM hosting Appalachian State tonight. Then you got Arkansas State and South Alabama. And then it'll pick up in New Orleans, Coach, on Thursday. The second round will begin, and you see the top 2 seeds don't play until the semifinals on Saturday. Champion will be crowned Sunday in New Orleans. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups for Appalachian State. Starting 5 for the Mountaineers. You see Shabazz, we touched on in the opening. Another player to keep an eye on, Isaac Johnson. He leads the league in rebounds with 9 per game, and then Justin Forrest is averaging 16 points a game as well. Here's a look at the starting 5 for ULM. Michael Ertl is averaging 19 points a game, and the senior Travis Munnings averaging 14 and 8. And Yuri Whites gets the nod tonight, along with J.D. Williams. That's a look at the starting 5 for ULM. And tonight's keys to the game, Coach, what do you think will be the big keys for the Mountaineers?
Well, they've got to defend the 3. You know, they got to watch Ertl. He's got off to a good start against the both times before. They got to watch Deshaun Smith. And then they've also, you know, they've got to watch those 2 guys from the 3 because they can light it up.
And the keys tonight for ULM?
All right, the perimeter defense. You know, they've got to defend the 3 because Forrest and Shabazz is capable of lighting them up. There's what they did the last 2 games. And then limit the dribble penetration. They get it inside and kick it out and hit the 3.
Head coach for ULM, it is Keith Richard in his 9th season as a head coach, as you see his overall record as the head coach in year number 9. And on the other side, the head coach for Appalachian State, it's Jim Fox in his 5th season. He is 56 and 98, 43 years old. So first round of the Sun Belt Tournament. We're underway in Fenton Ewing Coliseum. Third meeting this season between these two teams, and right out of the gates, the official took a shot on the tip, and not the way that you want to start the game.
No, I didn't. I watched the ball. I went with the ball and didn't see what happened to him. One of them must have broke to go get it and ran into it. Yeah, here we come back and see what happened.
And it looked like Justin Forrest, right at the tip, accidentally kicked the shin of the official. So what a way to start
that is.
First game of the tournament.
Yeah, and I didn't realize he's the one that threw the toss-up.
So both teams will now gather around their head coaches. So we'll see how this will impact the rest of the way. And normally an extra official will travel and make the trip, and we do have another one of the officials is coming out on the floor. Here's another look at a different angle. And it looked like Forrest just clipped the left knee of that official.
Yeah, he broke to go with the ball, and the official stepped back after the toss, the center toss, and he just run into it.
And it doesn't look like that he will be able to go tonight.
It does not. He hadn't bent that knee.
Well wishes to the official as he works his way towards the back.
I don't think I've ever seen that at the center jump before.
I know, I haven't seen that. Earlier this season, I did have a game where the crew chief threw the ball up in the air and immediately broke his nose at the tip. Missed the first half.
One of the off arms. We went up with it, went out.
Came back in the second half with a broken nose and finished the game. So there's the extra official that make the trip just in a scenario.
Well, I guess they always question about that extra expense, and now they see why it is.
That's Nathan Demas that just went over to both head coaches and shook Coach Fox's hand along with Keith Richard, and now we're officially underway.
Again.
Smith will take it baseline, kick it out on the wing, open look for Ertl. What a start for ULM.
Hey, Ertl. It seems like Ertl loves to play against App State because he gets off to a good start. Both of the other two games that they've played this year, he started off this way.
At 26 in the first meeting and then 22 on this floor 12 days ago against Appalachia State. Mountaineers go in the low post to Seacat, and what a strong start for Hunter Seacat, the junior.
He just got good position. They made a good pass to him, and he finished with it. You know, they're going to have to make it a little more difficult for him to get the ball in there.
Williams feeds Munnings for three. Off the mark, rebound, Delph. Outlet up ahead to Shabazz. Here's a three. It's an air ball by Forrest.
You know, Forrest at the game there.
Yuri White gets fouled. Opportunity for Yuri White.
You know, Forrest had 32 points at App State in the first meeting that they had this time. Of course, he didn't have that many opportunities the last time because Shabazz had the 47 points.
So here's Yuri White, a junior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Did not score in 7 minutes of action in the regular season finale at Little Rock. Misses the free throw. So ULM in front by three, just underway in the first half.
See, Shabazz said he gave it up and then set a screen, and he'll be looking to run their offense now to kind of get off to a good start, get everybody in motion, let everybody touch the ball, and then they'll go with it.
Shabazz on the wing, three on the way by Delph. It's a back iron miss, and Munnings claims the rebound.
You know, J.D. Williams did a good job defending Shabazz, and he was trying to penetrate, and he was able to stop him.
What a feed by Smith to White. How about the start for Yuri White?
Well, he's got open. He made a good cut. They got him the ball, and he finished with it. You know, he went up strong with it. That's one of the things that Coach Richard's been talking to his bigs about is going strong and finishing.
First time these two teams played at Appalachia State, it was a 1-point win for the Mountaineers. 12 days ago here in Monroe, ULM won by 7. Shot off the mark. Here come the Warhawks, up by 5. Munnings will spot up for another three, knocks that one down. Timeout, Appalachian State. ULM 10, Appalachia State 2. So Jim Fox, what do you think he tells his team in that situation early in the first half?
Well, just get back, move, just quit playing pitch and catch with it and take it to the goal. You got to be more aggressive. And they were trying to get off to a good start. You understand, you don't want to just go in and try to take over the game to start with.
Ford slips and falls and turns it over. First turnover of the night against Appalachian State.
Forrest hadn't had as good a start as he normally does.
And Coach Fox will send in Michael Bibby, 6'3" sophomore guard from Phoenix, Arizona. What a start shooting the basketball tonight for ULM. They have made their last 3 shots. They're already 4 for 5 from the field.
And they also brought in Williams. Got number 4 Williams came in.
Junior guard averaging 4 points a game. He's guarding Deshaun Smith. Uri White contact, and this will be an offensive foul on Uri White as he plowed over Michael Bibby.
Yeah, Uri led with his off arm. He went to put it on the floor, just kind of cleared the space.
First foul on ULM, first personal on Uri White. Shabazz, he did get off to a slow start in both the first and second half. In that 47-point performance, he hasn't attempted a shot so far tonight.
Well, I think he's just trying to get the team involved. I mean, he knows his is coming. I was surprised, Forrest earlier hasn't got off to a good start. Usually he does.
3 by Williams, too strong. Uri White with a rebound. Here's Deshaun Smith on the drive, pulls up, and he misses strong.
He got where he wanted. It just looked like he was just drifting a little bit.
First shot of the game for Shabazz, offline.
That was too good a shot. They switched off to help out and picked up the other man and left him. But they can't let him get started as he proved the time before.
White will try to post up and has it taken away by Williams. Williams finds Shabazz, tries a 3 again. Same result as Munnings with a rebound.
You watch Shabazz, he shoots exactly the same. He goes up with that left hand and he finishes the same way almost every time. I think Uri was trying to make a move over there and didn't realize there was somebody behind him.
Ertl feeds Munnings for 3. Rebound for Shabazz. Shabazz zigs and zags down the lane, poked away by Munnings. Munnings has it a lot for Williams, misses the dunk, and Munnings with a rebound. Reset here for ULM. That would have brought the house down.
It would have. They were ready. They were already on their feet. It was just a.
Ertl for 3, got it.
That pass was just a little bit too far away from the basket, but he went and got it. But, Ertl continues his hot start against App State.
Johnson finds Shabazz around the screen. Kicks it 3, Williams. Uri White, how active has he been so far?
He was active. Seacat had that rebound, and he just kind of took it away from him.
It's his 3rd rebound.
But, Shabazz, he penetrated and then kicked it out, and they got to 3, but it wasn't him taking it. So they're trying to hit the cutter.
Deshaun Smith off target.
The last couple of games, he hadn't shot as well as he has all year. So you think, any time he's going to break out of it.
Shabazz, this time on the drive. What a finish.
He just takes it to the goal. He can do so many things. He's quick for his size. He can handle the ball. He's left-handed, but he just goes up strong.
Munnings lost it on the way up. Falls out, and a foul underneath. And this will take us to the media timeout with 13:54 to play in the first half. The foul is on Travis Munnings, his first personal. ULM in front, 13-4 over Appalachian State. Michael Ertl with a team-high 6 points already. And Appalachian State finds Shabazz for his first bucket of the night.
Sports Medicine, innovating healthcare for athletes.
Well, Coach, you touched on it earlier. Michael Ertl loves playing against Appalachian State, and so far tonight, sophomore guard from Indianapolis, Indiana, he's got 6 points to lead all scorers.
Yeah, he's hit 2 threes, and he's got off to a good start every time he's played him. He did it last year, and he's done it both games this year, and the third one for tonight.
Appalachian State has opened this game 2 for now 10 from the field after that miss by Holly.
That's 0 for 7 from the three-point range. And, that's the first time Holly's touched the ball, and he let it fly, so they're ready to put some points up, and they've been doing it all year long, so they're used to scoring.
J.D. Williams pass in the corner, punched out of bounds. 13 to work with for ULM.
JD's just so quick, and he gets around that basket. He's going to go up and just poke it down. He can really get to the basket. He just got to finish.
Washington in for the first time for ULM. 3 to shoot, and Smith will take it himself. Got it partially blocked by O'Shawn Williams on the way up. Shot clock violation on ULM.
After that screen, Ertl dribbled off of Washington. Washington rolled to the basket and was open, but Ertl had turned his back to him and didn't see him. He'd have had a pretty good shot if he could have got the ball to him. So they're moving around outside now. They cleaned out the middle. They got Seacat out.
And Smith, who leads the league in steals, his first one of the night, results in an easy bucket. He's so good at jumping passing lanes.
He is. And a steal, I was looking at some of the last game, and the steal, he came up with a steal to separate the two teams from the last game. It was a 2-point difference, and he came up with a steal. Threw that one a little too hard.
Up ahead to here's J.D. Williams. Munnings calling for it in the post, receives it, and got fouled by Holly. His first personal foul, team foul number 2 on the Mountaineers.
Foul number 14 for Appalachian State, Nick Holly. His first foul, second team foul.
So Deshaun Smith, what a weapon he is on both ends of the floor.
He is, that's one of his first team all conference, and then also made the Division 7 team for the Sports Writers Association.
That's his 61st steal this season. He averages 2 per game. So Bibby off the floor, Shabazz back in for Appalachian State, and in for the first time this evening for ULM. It's Brandon Newman, senior guard from California, averaging 3 points a game. As Munnings connects on both free throws, and ULM now leads 17-4. 14-2 run for ULM over the past 6.5 minutes.
They've really shot the ball well, but App State they've got some shots. They just hadn't been able to finish yet. ULM's got to just keep the defensive pressure on them. They got a big man on Shabazz.
Force on the drive. What a tough shot that was, and the land of the trees got that one to go.
He's just so strong. When he gets inside, a bump doesn't bother him.
Smith for 3. Offensive rebound for Williams. Off the window. First basket of the night for J.D. Williams.
It looked like Travis kept that alive, and J.D. just got it and put it back in for him. He was at the right place, and he made a good finish.
Should mention for Appalachian State, Tyrell Johnson is unavailable tonight, a senior from Atlanta, Georgia. Averages 9 points a game. Another bucket by Justin Force.
He just split 2 defenders. They were poking at the ball. I think one of them actually hit the ball, but it didn't knock it out of his hand. That was a good pass and a cut. Washington gave him the ball and his cut.
Foul issued against Appalachian State. This brings us to the immediate timeout with 11:06 to play in the first half. ULM in front, 19-8 in the opening round of the Sun Belt Tournament Championship. 7 from downtown.
Yeah, they are. And they're shooting 30% from the 2-point range, or from the field, period. And then, of course, ULM is shooting 46. So ULM just got off to a good start and did the things they wanted to do.
Williams finds Munnings.
That was close to being backcourt. If he hadn't come down on the line, it could have been backcourt.
So Jim Fox is working the officials on, and ULM misses a layup for J.D. Williams.
Yeah, J.D. had it. I think if he's just too open.
So for Shabazz, just 2 points. He kicks it in the corner for a three. And Appalachian State now 0 for 8 from downtown, and a foul underneath against Seacat.
Yes.
His first.
Yeah, Seacat just went after that one, got it, but it looked like he pushed him out of the way. They still working him over there about the backcourt. You know, Travis jumped up, and then he came down on the line. It's where he got possession of the ball. It's, you know, he might have a pretty good point.
Technical has now been issued to Jim Fox. Well, you just said he has good reason to be upset.
But, you know, you've got to express yourself, make your point, and then leave it alone. You know, the official is not going to sit there and listen to it all night.
Right.
You know, he'd already made his point.
And Deshaun Smith, who leads the league in free throw percentage at the line for ULM. And he goes 1 for 2 from the line.
He pulled off. You know, I think he shot it, and it just kind of pulled off. He didn't stay in there and follow through with it. You know, and you know sometimes, you know, some coaches just want a technical to try to fire their team up.
How many times did you do that?
Never. Never. Not. I might have got a technical, but it wasn't to fire my team up. It was trying to express myself, and I might have did it too much.
Newman finds Williams under 10 to shoot. Williams contact charge on J.D. Williams.
Yeah, that wasn't a good play. He should have given the ball up. The guy did a good job defensively on him. He stopped him, and then he backed up and then tried to go again and kind of lowered that shoulder with him. Now, that was just a good defensive move, and J.D. should have just given the ball up.
3 fouls now on ULM.
But you see, now Shabazz he's taking the ball now. He's going to handle the ball more, I believe.
That's where he was so good the last time these two teams played. Always had the ball in his hands as Newman knocks it out of bounds in a corner. It sticks with Appalachian State with 12 on the shot clock.
You know, it looks like when he penetrates, he's giving it up, you know, for threes, looking for the other people, but that hadn't fell for him yet. Of course, when you're scoring, you know, 78 to 80 points a game, you know they're going to start falling eventually. You know, Newman got a hand on that pass, and if he'd have known it wasn't going out of bounds as quick, he might have got to it.
4 to shoot. Shabazz, a deep three. And Newman with a rebound. One thing to watch, coach, here for ULM, Deshaun Smith is not on the floor.
Well, I think they just gave him a breather for a minute. They brought Ertl back in. Ertl had been out, and when Newman come in.
And Newman at the rim finishes.
Yeah, he takes it in and finishes properly. So I think he just brought Ertl in to give Deshaun a breather. And sometimes you just sit and kind of watch the game and see what's going on.
Step back three, Forrest. What a night he's having. He's got 7 to lead the Mountaineers.
Forrest he's done a lot for him. I think you mentioned earlier he's a sophomore, so he's going to be around a while. People will be seeing him.
Underneath, Munnings falls down, tosses one up, and Seacat, his outlet is intercepted by Newman, and Newman's pass picked up by Delph. And outlet, here's Shabazz. Didn't have numbers, so he finds Delph for the 3.
That's, you know, you can't let them have that shot. No matter who they are, you can't let them have that shot. I don't think they were looking for the pass in. Tyree wasn't looking for it when he drove in and dished it off to him, and it just bounced off of him.
Newman got fouled. The bucket will not count. He got fouled by O'Shawn Williams. His first personal in the 6 on Appalachian State. So a quick breather for Deshaun Smith, who's back in for ULM, the first team on conference selection. Did you see that foul by Owens, rather by Williams, who reached in?
You know, that actually that saved him 2 points, really, but I don't know if he had that in mind. I think he thought he could get the ball.
Under 10, Ertl fires, misses short. Offensive rebound for Williams. Underneath, and the big night continues for White. And a technical was called, I believe, unless it was a warning after the made basket. So yeah, so no technical, just to delay a game against ULM.
Yeah, when it goes through, they've got to leave the ball alone.
Three for Delph, and Delph again hits.
You know, I guess they just take turns being hot. You know, he hit that last one, nothing but net, and he was setting ready. He was caught, and as soon as it went, he put it up.
They missed their first 8. They made 3 out of their last 4. Open 3 for J.D. Williams is offline, and rebound picked up by Force. Delph, heat check. That wasn't too much on it.
I mean, he was just feeling that a little bit too much. I think he could have, because he's hit the last 2.
Tyree White got fouled by Shabazz, and this will put him at the line. 24-17 lead for ULM. Tyree White's with a bucket, his first of the game.
You know, Travis did a good job of getting the ball to him, and then you know, here we go with Delph again. He just hit 2 of them.
With 7:18 to play in the first half. Graham Doty, Mike Vining with you at Van Ewing Coliseum. First round of the Sun Belt Tournament. Lower seed hosting, so ULM taking on Appalachia State for the 3rd time this season.
Tyree missed the front end of that one.
You can see Coach Richard didn't like that miss at the line. ULM tonight just 3 for 6 at the stripe.
Well, I think, you know, you get used to shooting 90%, and when you start missing them, it's kind of odd that you kind of count on those when you go up there.
ULM, best free throw shooting team in the conference, top 10 in the country. Appalachia State in the paint to C-Cat, and he will cycle it back out. Force poked away by Deshaun Smith, and he has it ripped away by Force. How about that sequence?
That was 2 pretty good steals. That was hands on both sides.
So Smith, it's his 2nd steal of the night. Nice job, though, by Force just to not give up on that.
He came down, and Deshaun didn't protect the ball with his body.
Smith misses the jumper. Now lost it as Williams has it for the Mountaineers, and he'll try to take it himself. And it's ripped away by Travis Munnings. Nobody can hold on to it.
If we're playing keep away, we're losing that game.
J.D. Williams, Bibby falls down in the corner. 3 for Munnings, got it.
You know, Travis has shot the ball well the last 2 or 3 ball games. I think he had 22, 23 the other night. And usually when he gets off to a good start from the 3, he has a good game.
Bad pass in traffic. Kept alive, though, by Appalachia State. Bibby falls down. Somehow finds Williams for 3.
Well, when they get started hitting them, they let them fly. You know, Bibby was set, and he thought he was going to have a 3. He was set for it, but they got out on him too quick, and he took it to the goal. You know, Ertl's trying to come off that screen and try to get some cut.
And he gets popped for the charge.
Yep, he led with that offhand. He sure did.
4 fouls against ULM. First personal issue to Ertl.
You know, he just kind of cleared a path with his offhand.
Wet spot on the floor, so they got to find somebody to clean it up.
You know, Michael Ertl, he'll penetrate, and then he just does a lot of spin, a lot of twisting. and he has to take care of the ball, because somebody, when you turn your back, sometimes somebody will be coming at you if they double team him. But if they don't get it, then somebody's wide open for him to spot up.
So ULM in front by 8, 28-20 with the first half winding down.
When ULM was so hot, they built up that little lead. So it's a good thing right now. It'd be a lot tighter if they hadn't hit them. And as bad a start as App got off to, they're still in there right now. Johnson
goes high off the window. Johnson did not play in the regular season finale against South Alabama. A blow-by Deshaun Smith, and he got fouled.
He went under instead of coming back up on the other side. He went up with his left hand. He just had to just put a little bit too much on that one. But that's what Coach Richard wants him to do, is take it to the goal, penetrate, and that just makes so many things happen. You score, you get fouled, or you kick it out for the 3.
Smith coming off of his first career double-double. What a senior season he's had at ULM. Kind of bounced around here and there, started at Wichita State. Also went the junior college route, 2 different junior colleges.
Well, the big thing, I think, for ULM is he was here last year and was able to practice with the team. That made a world of difference. It didn't take him a year to adjust. He had that last year. And he knocked down those 2 threes, which is what he's done all year. Boy, Seacat's really working in the middle.
They went to him early to start the game, and a foul on ULM away from the basketball. It is on Tyree White, who was underneath battling against Seacat.
Right. Well, when that big guy, and they call it swimming, when they swing those arms out and start swinging you back, it's kind of hard to fight around, and that's what Tyree was trying to get around that, and they called him for pushing.
3 off the mark by Forrest. Shabazz with the offensive rebound. Back to Forrest, and he's fouled and will go to the line for the Mountaineers.
That looks like another one on Tyree White.
It is. That's number 2 on him. Number 6 foul overall for ULM. And the Mountaineers are at the line for the first time tonight.
Yeah, we'll have Andre Washington coming in now to try to protect him. He sure doesn't want to pick up that 3rd foul in the first half.
Forrest from Decatur, Georgia. His dad, James, played basketball at Georgia Tech for 4 years. His dad actually hit a big buzzer beater shot in the 2nd round of the NCAA tournament to beat USC.
That was big. Well, I tell you, his son, Justin, is really shooting the ball well tonight.
Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Forrest, by the way, has got the most free throws attempted in a game by any player in the league this season. He attempted 18 free throws in one game.
Well, you see the way he penetrates, and the physical contact doesn't affect him.
Travis Munnings, coach, knocks down his 3rd 3-ball of the night. He's got 11 points to lead all scorers. And a foul, and what an answer for Forrest.
He's just so strong. He takes it in there, and a little contact doesn't bother him. It's almost like he looks for it. But he's able to finish with it, and then as he did last time, he knocks down those free throws. So you can see why he shot 18 free throws. But, Travis, when he gets off to a good start, we mentioned earlier, he'll look for that, and they're not used to him playing out there because he's been inside more, and he can go inside out. And a big man doesn't usually like to come out and pick him up outside so he could put it on the floor if he had to. Well, again, Forrest knocked that free throw down, and now they're picking up a little pressure. Usually it's a little zone pressure to just make them slow the ball coming down the floor, and then they pick up in the man.
Ertl hangs and fires, couldn't bank it in, but a tip-in is good by Andre Washington.
That was big. They just kept it alive. Something's good's going to happen as long as they don't have the ball.
Pass in the paint to Seacat. That was the opening play of the game, I believe, for Appalachian State.
It was. But he locked his man and then rolled to the bucket, and that was a great pass. He got it and was able to shoot it before anybody could get to him.
Good ball movement here for the Warhawks, and Washington went back-to-back buckets.
That was another good pass, and then Washington finished it. You know, sometimes the physical play affects him, but he just went up and put it in that time.
ULM is led by as much as 14. Appalachian State has yet to take a lead, and we got a foul. This will be tagged to ULM. It's on Deshaun Smith. His first personal. This will take us to the media timeout with 3:32 to play in the first half. It's a 10-point lead for ULM in the first round of the Sun Belt Tournament Championship for Appalachian State. Technical fouls rocking in the building tonight.
They're getting it. They're celebrating that technical, I guess, that they called on Coach Fox, but they were ready to play.
Justin Forrest has been the go-to player this evening for the Mountaineers. He's got 12 points to lead all scorers.
You know, I think he shot twice as much as Shabazz has. So while he's got it going, he's taking care of it. Of course, Shabazz is just playing the game and feeding the open guy. When he penetrates, he gives it up. And the rest of them are just taking it. And they're trying to take it to the goal. That was one of the things that Coach Richard talked about.
Forrest perfect from the line tonight. ULM in front by 8. Other game going on in the league right now. Arkansas State's with a 1-point lead in the first round of the conference tournament. Winner of this game will move on to play Coastal Carolina in New Orleans as Smith misses too strong.
You know, he just hadn't been able to get his rhythm going. He's just not into the flow right now.
Well, Forrest is certainly feeling it, isn't he?
But speaking of flow, boy, Justin Forrest is in it.
Timeout called. We'll keep it here with 3:02 to play in the first half. ULM in front by 5.
Kind of push him off of you to get free. You know, Deshaun is got to get his rhythm going, and then Shabazz has got to get his going too before the game is over. They'll be into it.
Those two had combined just 2 for 10 from the field. Pass knocked out of bounds by Adrian Delph, so 17 on the shot clock for ULM.
See, Travis was looking for that, but he's got to lock his man to catch that pass. He just released and went to it. Well, his man went with him.
This time Munnings double team, gets rid of it. J.D. Williams hops and is fouled on the way up. 9 fouls against Appalachian State.
Is that on Seacat?
It's the second personal on Seacat.
Second foul. 19 foul.
You know, JD's just so athletic. He can get in there and looked like that Seacat was going to take the charge, but he was able to get around him, and he got bumped from the side, but then he knocked that first free throw down.
First trip at the line tonight for J.D. Williams. 77% on the season.
Entering for the Mountaineers, number 15.
Jake Wilson is in for the first time. He has not played against ULM this season. He's a 7-foot center from Raleigh, North Carolina. Seven-point lead for ULM, but Appalachian State has been white hot from the field. They made their last 3 shots.
And they've all done it without Shabazz.
Shabazz lost it and turns it over. Only the 6th turnover in the first half against the Mountaineers.
You know, that's kind of the first time that I've seen him trying to make something happen today. He's just kind of been playing and letting things happen, but he was wanting that one.
Smith guarded by Williams will fade and fire, and Forrest claims the rebound.
He thought about it, but he thought better of it, and the fans wanted to travel, but he didn't. He stayed on the floor.
Forrest, a contested 3, misses it short.
You know, Deshaun is trying to get to the goal, and he did it the last game, and they're trying to stop him now and getting the body on him, just like Seacat got that one on him.
Riddle for 3. Here's Williams pushing. Shabazz just 1 for 4 from the field. Wilson will try to post up, kick it out. Open look for Forrest. Can't get the roll, and a foul underneath against ULM.
It looked like Ertl pushed him as he went up on the rebound.
Second personal foul on Ertl.
I think he was standing right beside him. I think he tried to, or leaned into him, tried to get him out of the play.
This will be a 1-and-1 for Shabazz. His first trip at the line tonight. Shabazz, a very good free throw shooter, as you see his percentage on the year. He's been an all-conference selection 3 years in a row. 6th player in program history to do that. First one ever to do it in the Sun Belt Conference.
Well, he's been consistent. I think he's averaging like 14 points a game for his, or 16 points a game for his entire 4 years. He's meant a lot to him.
Newman comes back in for ULM, and he will immediately make a three. Shabazz directing traffic.
You know, he's getting that screen from Wilson, and then Wilson's going back to the bucket, and somebody has to help out because both of them was on Shabazz at first.
Here's Delph, out of contact, and he's able to clean up his own miss.
He carried in there. Travis did a good job of just going straight up, but he wasn't able to get the rebound when he came down.
About a 10-second difference, game clock, shot clock.
Now, Coach Richard's trying to tell him what he won't doing. You know, they need to be moving.
Dangerous pass from Williams, and a foul underneath, or no foul, just out of bounds off of the Mountaineers.
Yeah, it looks like Wilson knocked it out of bounds, went up with him and got a hand on it. They got 4 seconds on the shot clock. They got to do something.
Munnings got his 3 blocks by the 7-footer Wilson. Appalachian State with a final crack at it here to close the first half. Here's Shabazz in the corner. Williams didn't shoot it. He finds Forrest for the step-back 3 at the buzzer. What a first half between ULM and Mountaineers. In the 9th meeting all time between these two teams, ULM holds a slight lead, 5-3 over Appalachian State. First time ever these two teams have played, by the way, in the tournament.
You know, they started off with Shabazz getting the ball, handling it, and they get it inside and was unable to finish it with Shabazz. I believe they called a foul.
Foul was called on ULM after the miss. You see Coach Richard's reaction.
It looked like it was on Travis.
It is on Munnings, his second personal, and Seacat is at the line for Appalachian State. Appalachian State has done a very good job at the line tonight. As Seacat transfer from William & Mary goes 2 for 2 from the stripe.
Yeah, he does a good job of just kind of holding his ground in there. He gets position and then kind of locks you where you can't get around, and they got the ball to him, and he finished that time at the free throw line.
He did not score in either of the first 2 games in the regular season. He's got 6 tonight. Ertl got hit, no call, but a putback is good by J.D. Williams.
You know, J.D. was in the right place. He come up with that one. But, you know, Seacat, he missed a free throw at Boone, but he blocked a shot that kept ULM from scoring at the end of the game to hold on to their 1-point victory.
Shabazz finds Dell for 3. Deshaun Smith just 1 for 7. He'll pull up and let it fly. He misses too strong.
You know, he wanted that one. He really wanted that one to go. He tried to lean it in. He saw it wasn't in. He was trying to lean it in. You know, that's very unusual for him. Usually, when that happens, he'll start trying to penetrate more.
And a foul. Second one against ULM. Hunter Seacat, what do you think has been the big difference with him? First 2 games and then tonight.
Well, I think they're going to him. For one thing, he's getting the ball locked inside, and you know ULM has not got the real bigs inside, and so he's just able to kind of push his way around. He got that one, and he went up his little off balance, and he got bumped. That's probably what knocked him off balance, was that with that lick, but he didn't get posted up solid like he normally does.
That was the first miss of the night, by the way, for Appalachian State at the free throw line. ULM 44, Appalachia. Also watch Isaac Johnson. He only played 7 minutes for the Mountaineers in the first half because he picked up 2 early fouls.
And he does a good job on the boards for him.
And Smith got fouled by Forrest. So Deshaun Smith will be at the free throw line. First personal foul on Forrest, by the way. First team foul on Appalachian State's. So now they're going to go over to the monitors and determine if this was a 2 or a 3 attempted by Deshaun Smith.
You know, it looked like he just bumped him on that leg or pushed that leg forward a little bit. I don't know where he left the floor from, but he landed in a 2. Yeah, he went up from the 3. That shouldn't take long. That's great camera work there. It didn't take them long to see that.
So 3 shots coming up for Deshaun Smith. And ULM is hoping that this will get him rolling in the second half.
Well, you know they are. Yeah, the officials just signaled to us that it was a 3, but we also saw what they saw.
Smith, a fantastic free throw shooter. He's got the most free throws made in a game this season with 13. Went 13 for 13 that game.
You know, it's really odd. You know, a couple of games we saw him, he missed 2 in one game, and it's almost, you know, you wonder what's wrong with you. If you go 10 for 12 and something's wrong with you.
He's got 8 points tonight, and ULM extends its lead up by 8. They led by as much as 14.
You know, I know Coach Richard's hoping that trends into his outside shooting too. You know, Seacat's just battling in there, and then he set that screen.
Delph tried to take it baseline and turns it over. The 7th turnover tonight against the Mountaineers.
Well, they got off that screen and got over and caused it some trouble. I don't know. I got blocked out there. I couldn't see exactly what happened, but he did lose the ball. Now, Coach Richard's signaling the play to tell him what to run now. Well, he's got the screen coming from Travis. And instead of going to the goal, he goes up with it.
Travis Munnings has 14 points tonight.
Coach Richard called that for Travis. He called Deshaun to dribble off of him for him to step out. You either roll or you step out.
Shabazz with an answer for Appalachian State. That's his first hit from downtown tonight.
You know that. You know, ULM will start seeing ghosts when that happens, because they saw that so many times the last time he was in this building.
ULM 6-11 all time in the Sun Belt tournament. They did play for the championship in 2016. Wide open look for Smith. Appalachian State, they can't leave him that open.
But he thought about it, thought about taking it to the goal, because I don't think he really wanted to shoot it, and he went up and knocked it down, so maybe he'll get his confidence going now.
Force. Goodness gracious, what a drive that was.
He just lowers his head and goes with it.
He's got 19 to lead all scores.
You know, he had 32 when they played him the first time at Boone.
Which is a season high for Forrest this year. Ertl. Under 10 to shoot. Williams, a dangerous pass underneath.
You know, Ertl had a shot except for Isaac Johnson come running out there on him, and when he saw that big 6'9" body, he decided better to give it up.
Appalachian State 1-2 all time in the Sun Belt tournament. Only win was last year against Little Rock. Force again goes up in a crowd. How do you stop him?
I don't believe they can tonight, the way he's going right now. I mean, he went in, they got in front of him, and he just pulls up and changes his shot, but he makes it anyway.
11th time in his career to score 20 points or more. Munnings has got the hot hand lately for ULM.
See, he can shoot over the big guy out there. He takes a big guy out, and he can still shoot over him, and he can go around him if he needs to.
And Shabazz, 9 points for the Mountaineers, leading scorer.
See, he's getting a little more aggressive toward the basket right now. You know, we expected that the whole time, but between him and Forrest, they're taking it to the goal.
Here's Williams. Williams high off the window. Nobody can miss, Coach. Everybody's made their last 4 shots.
Well, they're getting it to the goal, and they're staying under control. And he's got to just keep him locked out there. But Shabazz does a good job of handling the ball.
Open look, and Michael Bibby buries it. Timeout taken by Jim Fox with 15:29 to play in the second half. ULM 50.
Talking about stopping some of that dribble penetration. You got to get some help, but you can't just stay. You got to go back out and cover up those threes.
Ertl will find Munnings. He's had the hot hand lately. He's got 17. Williams, dangerous pass is intercepted by Forrest.
Yeah, he tried to wrap around Seacat. He just wasn't able to do it.
Putback is good by Seacat, who was scoreless in the first 2 meetings, and he's got 9 points tonight.
He's active. He's doing a good job of presenting himself, and they're getting the ball to him. I mean, he's wanting the ball.
Pull-up 3 for Deshaun Smith is short, and Williams with a rebound. Forrest calling for it. Down the lane. And one opportunity for Justin Forrest with a grown man bucket for the Mountaineers. And this will take us to the media timeout. 14:38 to play, second half. Appalachian State is slicing into the ULM lead. Warhawks in front by 2.
Side of New Orleans. At NOLA Motorsports Park, you choose the car. We put you in the driver's seat at the fastest supercar driving experience in America. Prices starting at $99. Tired of speeding tickets? Got a fast car? Push it to the limits on a real IndyCar track. Or jump in our go-karts and race around the largest go-kart track in the U.S., reaching speeds up to
run.
Well, they're just taking it to the goal. They're being very, very aggressive. They're trying to get to the basket. They're going to try to get the layup. And, you know, Coach Richard said we got to stop the dribble penetration. They're going to have some help. Another player's going to have to step in and cut him off and then recover. You know, they're scared that they're going to kick it out to their man, and so they're just going halfway to help, but they're going to step in all the way because Forrest has shown that he's going to continue to try to go in there.
Forrest with now 24 points to lead all scorers.
You know, and Deshaun had him by the arm, and he was able to pull loose and still score that basket in spite of the foul.
Winner of this game will move on to play Coastal Carolina in New Orleans. Smith for 3. Just been ice cold from downtown tonight, Coach. He's 0 for 6 from long range.
But they had Williams on him that time, and he was just all over him. He was shouting him everywhere, and he had to really, really work to get that shot. And he has to be careful now. He starts thinking about it. He needs to take one to the basket, get some penetration, and then quit thinking about the 3 right now and just play.
Seacat turns, fires, and he holds his ankle. He is in all kinds of discomfort. ULM will try to take advantage. Seacat pops back up.
It looked like Travis was going to wait for him.
J.D. Williams, it looked like he thought about a dunk.
He did, and then I think he thought he was going to get hit. And look who comes up with the rebound. Seacat goes down and gets the rebound after getting up and hobbling down the floor.
Mountaineers on an 8-0 run over the past 2 minutes. Have a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. Forrest through the trees, misses it. Loose ball. Seacat has it, and then a timeout is called by the Mountaineers. How about that?
You know, Forrest went in there looking for contact. I mean, he wasn't trying to avoid it. He was looking for contact. He's trying to draw a foul and get a bucket.
One thing to pay attention to, though, Coach, Appalachian State has 1 timeout.
But look for that first. They've been very successful with it.
Mountaineers, by the way, are shooting at a 58% clip so far in the second half. And they're doing it with Shabazz. Shabazz is only 3 for 6 from the field.
Well, he hadn't held it that much because Forrest has just been taking it to the goal. Boy, somebody switched off that time and got lost.
11 points for Hunter Seacat.
I think he just drifted across the lane and somebody didn't pick him up, and they did a great job of finding him.
First time that the Mountaineers have had the lead tonight. Munnings this time will try to post up, and he does. So the senior from the Bahamas, Travis Munnings, doing a little bit of everything offensively tonight for ULM. Forrest slashing to the bucket, gets it to drop.
He just attacked it. You know, and they got it to him, and he just put it on the floor. But they went to help, try to come up with a loose ball, and he just went to the basket behind his man and finished with it. He's just so strong, and as you said, you know, he's going to have a bright future with it.
Ertl this time takes it baseline. His first bucket since early in the first half, and a timeout is called by ULM, and this will take us to the media timeout. 12:19 to play. Appalachian State 61-60. Both teams shooting at a high level, Coach, so far in the second half.
They really have. They picked it up in the second. After the early start, it's 47% for App State and then 46% for ULM.
One of only 2 games being played in the first round tonight in the Sun Belt. South Alabama leads for the moment as Michael Bibby buries a 3 in the corner. He's up to 6 points.
Yeah, that's his second 3. I think he's 2 for 2 from out there. And he came out looking for it. You know, I think the last game he played here, he didn't do that much either. So they've changed up some roles.
J.D. Williams cuts to the basket and can't get it to drop, but he will go to the free throw line. That's the second foul on the Mountaineers in the second half.
You know, they did a good job of double teaming Travis, not to let him make a move. They dropped in there, and J.D. just took it to the basket and got the pass and wasn't able to finish.
So here's the junior from Birmingham, Alabama. J.D. Williams started his career at UAB, where he played 33 games for the Blazers.
I think he was trying to avoid contact. You know, we talked about Forrest earlier going looking for it. J.D. was trying to avoid it and avoid making the basket too. But he got those 2 free throws. So we're tied up now. Both teams are used to playing close games. As we said, how many of them ULM with 1 point, and they've had 7 games with less than 7 points.
First time that we have been tied tonight. Williams kicks it in the corner. Bibby made one moment to go, and he does it again.
Well, he's found his spot. Yeah, I think they all dropped in the middle to help penetration, to stop penetration, and they kicked it out. That's a tough part. Why sometimes you're scared to step in and help and leave your man open, but you just got to help and get back out there.
Largest lead of the night for Appalachian State. Smith with an answer.
Now, Deshaun came off of a down screen that time and curled back, and Ertl was able to get it to him, and he had his rhythm going that time. He looked better than he did at any time since early in the game.
Mountaineers have connected on their last 4 shots. Bibby's had the hot hand as of late. Thought about a 3.
Yeah,
he had a look, just did not shoot it.
Yeah, he was looking for it.
Seacat will post up. Contested shot, and Forrest earns a trip to the free throw line for Appalachian State.
You know, that was just a hustle play. He just went to the basket from the offside. I think Deshaun thought he was the only one there and went up to get it, and he just beat him to it.
Third personal foul on Deshaun Smith, and the 4th on ULM.
So I guess Bibby's talking to the official.
That's the first miss at the line this evening for Justin Forrest.
He's had a great game so far.
If you saw Jim Fox, remember he picked up that early technical, and really ever since then it did seem to fire up the troops for the Mountaineers.
It has. You mentioned he was 6 for 6.
And we got a delay as the officials are looking at the net, I believe. 10:38 to play in the second half.
Yeah, there's something there. They're trying to put the camera on it up there. I didn't see. Or it may be down. It might not have popped back up all the way. But if they don't, they're going to have to get a ladder to.
And it looks like that is what we may have. Man, we've had a little bit of everything tonight, haven't we?
But you know, that didn't just happen because nobody's been on that rim since the game started. Oh, a bolt fell out of the goal.
So a bolt out of the rim on this end of the floor. And remember how the game started. An official on the opening tip took a shot to the knee, had to leave immediately.
Yeah, the two featured players weren't scoring, and now bolt falls out of the goal. But they can get that fixed, and they said the official is doing well.
Well, I guess it is called March Madness for a reason, right? As it is championship week on both the men's and women's side. As look at everything that has happened so far. 47 tickets will be punched to the NCAA tournament. 28 different conferences will be represented. And the big thing, almost 400 total games on ESPN platforms.
You can find basketball everywhere. You know, the last couple of days, this is another one, but, you know, I know Deshaun was been looking for that one. That was his first three tonight, and it was a big one for him, especially. But now we've got, we're back at the free throw line now with, to see what we're going to do with Forrest.
Misses it short.
Well, the bolt didn't bother him, did it? maybe the time away from the free throw line might have.
South Alabama does have the lead over Arkansas State. They have under 5 minutes remaining in that game. One of only 2 games being played tonight. Nice pass underneath to White. Misses it. Put back no good. Reset here. Open three for Deshaun Smith.
Well, the whole crowd's been waiting on that. But none of them more so than Coach Richard, I'm sure. They're going inside the C-Cat again. And
turns and got it blocked out of bounds by Tyree White.
Yeah, Tyree just went up and got a hand on that one. But, you know, Forrest cut through there. You know, Travis's guard, Deshaun's guard, and he's got to watch Forrest.
Look at the block by Tyree White. Student section loves it. Gave away free pizza and free hot dogs tonight, by the way. Student section is packed.
So that'll make them happy.
Shabazz for 3. That rims out.
Yeah, Travis comes up with it.
White out of control on that shot.
You know, that's not the shot that they're looking for. When you come down on the break, you don't want the guy in the middle taking it to the goal.
Forrest, corner 3.
Yeah, and Deshaun wisely pull it out and set it up, and they'll come down and get a shot they want.
6-0 run for ULM over the past minute 45.
You know, you had ULM had the 2 bigs on the fast break that time, and I don't think the guards never got involved, and Tyree just went to the goal. He just saw it and decided he had to take it. You know, they're going to double. They're going to double when they go in the middle. So if somebody will move, they'll get a shot.
Williams at the buzzer gets it to drop. 9-0 run for ULM.
You know, they've been looking for the threes. There goes the man that knows where the goal is.
Got fouled by J.D. Williams, his second personal, and the 5th team foul against ULM. When Appalachian State has needed a bucket, they've gone to Justin Forrest, and he's done a nice job either making a field goal or just going to the line.
Yes, they have. You know, and they may have to, Coach Richard may have to shift off of him. I think he's got Deshaun guard, and he may have to put J.D. Williams on him. J.D.'s been on Shabazz to have a bigger, more athletic guy up in his face.
Well, Forrest, he made his first 6 free throws. He's missed his last 3. This place is going bananas right now.
They are. It's got everybody out of their seats.
That silences the crowd.
That quietened them down a little bit. But that got the crowd into it.
8:42 second half. ULM.
Cena, nobody's paying attention to what's going on here.
And Ertl throws it right to Michael Bibby. Forrest lost it. Smith with a steal.
You know, that's tough when they all went down the floor. It makes me wonder if Deshaun might not be a little tired when he went off and left Earl down there by himself, thinking somebody else was going to get it. Travis made a good cut.
White open for three. He misses short. Kept alive by J.D. Williams. Ertl in the corner. And a foul underneath against ULM. This will be number 6 against the Warhawks. Appalachian State, they're searching for their first field goal in over 3 minutes.
Yeah,
they climbed out of a 14-point hole. They took the lead, and then since then, ULM has gone on a run of their own and lead 72-67.
Yeah, both teams is kind of, well, all year long they've kind of had runs. You know, you try to not let their run be too long. They're gonna have one.
Bibby way off the mark. He thought he got hit.
Yeah, Travis might have got a hand on that one. Munnings was on him, and you know Munnings is about 6'6", so he's a good bit bigger than Bibby is.
Munnings will try to post up Bibby. Underneath, and Bibby comes through with a block. Out of bounds, it sticks with ULM with 7:36 to play in the second half. ULM in front 72-67. It's electric tonight in Van Ewing Coliseum, thanks to that man, Deshaun Smith, with 16 points for the Warhawks. In front of Appalachian State, 72-67 in the first round of the Sun Belt Tournament. Winner will move on to play Coastal Carolina. Appalachian State, they split with Coastal Carolina in the regular season. ULM 0-2 against Coastal Carolina in the regular season.
But ULM got it in. They had 16 seconds, but I was wondering if they was going to see it, but Tyree White saw it.
Appalachian State, no field goals in over 4 minutes. What have you seen during that stretch?
Well, you know, ULM's done a good job of kind of stopping the penetration a little bit. I think that's helped them. And they've got to the basket. They've shot some free throws, but they just hadn't been able to make that bucket.
White comes through with another block.
You know, Tyree's just a very athletic, big guy.
Open three in the corner. Book it for J.D. Williams. And just like that, it's a 10-point lead for ULM.
Yeah, those threes will do it. But that man will take it in there. You know, Deshaun got a hand on the ball and just was able to take it away from him. The last time he got on his arm and he scored anyway, but he held on to that one.
ULM is on a 14-1 run over the past 4 minutes.
Well, they've got points and big shots from a lot of different people. Of course, when Deshaun hit his, that was big for him. I know it's big for ULM, and then of course the rest of them now are following through with it.
Who do the Mountaineers go to here for a basket?
But there's the man right there that usually answers for them.
5 to shoot. Bibby. Deep three for Force. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? From a different area code.
He's just unconscious right there. I mean, it looks like he remembers what Shabazz did, and he's gonna follow suit.
He's got 30 to lead all scorers.
Well, those guys love these rims here.
And a turnover on ULM. That's the 10th one tonight. 6:03 second half. 7-point lead for ULM.
Yeah, Tyree wasn't sure what to do with that. He started to dribble, and he saw him, and he threw it. And then, you know, he doesn't usually put it on the floor that much. He's got him in there for his athletic ability and to help inside. And he's shown that with a couple of those block shots that he's had.
Shabazz only 9 points tonight.
I think when Shabazz comes off those screens, they've been trying to double him. That was a push off.
And that is an offensive foul on Seacat.
Yeah, he made his move, and then they were right with him, so he just kind of cleared the space with his arm.
Here's a great look at it.
Yeah, that lowered that shoulder. When you lower that shoulder like that, usually they're going to get you.
It's 3 on Seacat, by the way.
See, he's got Tyree going outside to pull Seacat outside, and that opens up the middle maybe for some penetration. That's why Tyree's breaking out so much.
Under 10 for Smith to work with. He tries to turn the corner. And Munnings, was it goaltending? It is.
Yes.
You touched on Seacat. He had the huge block in the first meeting in Boone, North Carolina to seal the win, but that time he got called for the goaltending.
Yeah, they did a good job of getting the ball outside, and he took it inside, and he was there. He got there too late to defend him, but he went up to get the shot. See, they're trying to double team. They're double teaming Forrest right now. They just actually took that one away from him.
Yeah, Tyree White said, "Give it to me."
But he had a chance to give it up, but he's just been getting in there so much. That time, Coach Richard had him just double, triple team him, and he just didn't give it up. He thought he could get through him and get to the basket, or he was looking for a foul.
Munnings got fouled as he and Delph both ended up on the floor. 4 fouls on Appalachian State's first personal foul charged to Delph.
Well, I think Delph maybe fell across his leg, and so, Travis wasn't able to get up. I don't know if he knocked him down, but he was just holding him down. So now we're under 5 minutes, so they're getting some movement around. Trying to get some motion and trying to clear out that middle. See, Shabazz is still, not Shabazz, Seacat still staying in the middle of that lane.
How about that move by Ertl? Well, he's up to 10 points.
Yeah, he went in and didn't go all the way to get the shot blocked. He just pulled up and shot it.
Delph corner 3, ring it up for Delph. Third Mountaineer in double digits tonight.
Well, they don't seem to have much trouble answering sometime when they get down. They don't. They've been just trying to take it to the goal. That time they went for the 3. But, Shabazz, Tyree's going outside. If you watch him, he's out in the corner. But I'm not Shabazz. Seacat's staying in the middle. And they're trying to pull him out there right there, trying to pull him out, and then open up the middle so somebody can penetrate. See, he's dropping back down now.
There's the penetration, and White is fouled. And this will put him at the line for a pair of free throws as this takes us to the immediate timeout with 3:45 to play in the second half. It's an 8-point lead for ULM. White will be at the line when we return. ULM leads Appalachian State 81-73 as we work our way down to the wire. It's been a fun environment tonight.
Well, the crowd's in here. The students are in here. They got them in. I guess they come to get pizzas and hot dog and watch a good basketball game, and they're certainly seeing one. It's been a lot of action.
Other game going on in progress. It's about to be a final. South Alabama holding on to an 8-point lead over Arkansas State in the 8-9 matchup. 70-62, they're under a minute in that one as Tyree White goes 2 for 2 from the stripe.
Going into this game, if you'd have thought that Shabazz was only going to shoot 7 times.
Misses the 3 on
what
that
kind
one.
of game. That was his 8th shot for the whole night. So they've done a good job of defending him, and of course Forrest has taken a lot of those shots by taking it to the goal, and ULM has been able to shut that down a little bit.
Yeah, Forrest has stepped up along with Seacat. Seacat with 11 points tonight.
See, they got Isaac Johnson back in now to get Seacat out of the way so he can defend him.
Tough finish at the rim for Michael Ertl.
See, Johnson will be able to go out and get back. I think they were trying to pull Seacat outside.
Forrest lost it, loose ball. Munnings has it momentarily for ULM, and a jump ball's been called, and the arrow favors the Warhawks.
Goes to ULM. That's twice that they've got a hand on that dribble when Forrest goes in there. I don't know if Deshaun's just been able to get it, but that's 2 times in a row, I think, that they've got it away from him.
2:48 second half, 12-point lead for ULM. Their largest lead tonight has been 14.
Ertl takes it inside himself, makes a little contact, but he's able to get out with that left hand and put it up there. Of course, he's left-handed. That helped him a lot. So they're picking up the pressure now. They tried to jump him to surprise him and jump him, and they'll get back and play straight-up defense. But you can probably look for him to try to double-team some. Coach Richard's going to get a lot of cutting, movement, and try not to shoot so quick.
Ertl was able to turn the corner, and this matches the largest lead tonight for ULM.
Because Ertl wasn't going to turn that one down.
Delph with the corner 3. Big answer there for Appalachian State.
Well, they just don't go away, do they? You know, Travis jumped up in the air and almost turned that one over. You got to stay aware of where everything is. We need the ball. They need to have the ball in Ertl and Deshaun's hands when they start to foul them until we get ready to penetrate. Right now, there's 13 seconds, 12 left on the shot clock. They got to start making a move.
Ertl, pull-up jumper, got that one blocked by Williams. Gets it back, though. Off the backboard, loose ball. Mountaineers come away with it. Need points in a hurry, and Shabazz is fouled by J.D. Williams.
You know, that was a lot of hustling going on under the basket that time. You know, Shabazz is coming down the floor, and J.D. tries to step in front of him, and they just called a foul on him. He was just trying to stop the dribble and let his teammates catch up to the play.
This will be a 1-and-1 for Shabazz. He's now the 4th Mountaineer in double digits tonight. Trying to make it a single-digit deficit, and he does.
He really shoots the ball well. You know, even when he misses it, it looks like it's going in. So they got to get it down the floor, take care of the ball, and just run some offense, get motion. You know, I like to see them move, not just standing at the clock run, but get some motion, and that way when you start, you're not starting from a dead stop.
Isaac Johnson fouls J.D. Williams. That was their only foul to give, so next one will put ULM at the line.
So I was thinking they got it out of Ertl and Deshaun's hands. They were going to foul somebody besides them. Yeah, those they need to take care of the ball unless they just force it out of their hand. Now they need to be some movement instead of just standing and watching. If they keep moving, he's trying to create a space for Ertl to drive.
Third time late in the second half that Michael Ertl has been able to do that.
You know, Coach Richard was over there telling him, he was directing them to clear out the middle. Come up with another steal.
12 turnovers for Appalachian State.
That ought to do it. That brings the crowd to their feet. They're back into the game again. They're just going to run out the clock. Let the crowd celebrate. Thank the students for coming.
Still got to get a shot off. 5 to shoot. Smith is wide open in the corner.
He just still wasn't able to knock that one down.
Forrest spins it up and in, and that matches the season high with 32 points, which also occurred against ULM.
Yeah,
and that will be the final bucket of the game as ULM will go on to win 89-80 over Appalachian State. And ULM punches their ticket to New Orleans.
They got Coastal Thursday night.